Here we go. We got the price action and trade of today, which is Tuesday, August 26th, 2025. And start out by the daily. All right. So so overnight I mean, say 9 o'clock in the morning, came to the charts. And I think this happened last night as well, but let's go down to the hourly just to make sure. So yeah, we dumped into the daily BPR during Asia, as you can see right here. And so based on that, and then based on the 1 hour, basically we came to the charts and we are right about here. All right, come to the charts here. So we dump into the daily BPR and then we get this SMT on the 4 hour as well. It's basically between London and Asia. So London low sweeps Asia low um, from 2 o'clock to, whatever. Basically like big thing. From 1800, 20 to the 3 o'clock. SMT right here. So based on this and based on the daily BPR right here, my draw is for previous day's high and previous day's high, which is Monday's high and then Friday's high. So based on this SMT right here into the daily BPR, I'm looking, today my bias is long, looking for us to breach these previous day's highs. So what do we end up having? Basically, since we have this, I'm just waiting for equities to open. And what do I even write in here? I wrote, the problem, this is so, the problem with me like doing these journals like so long after the trade is that I feel kind of disconnected, especially when it's late like this. It's 11 o'clock at night. But anyways, here's the picture I drew, this time, this point in time. I'm looking for this to happen. And going into the day, so basically, it seemed pretty messy because this is, right here, right before equities opens, pre-market low, pre-market high, and basically, like this type of price action, it's not really like giving you much, And the fact that we had this SMT, basically, I'm looking for equities like 9:30 open to give us some sort of like another manipulation to then get up here. And I even write so the plan is sit tight until the market shows its hand and offers me the onboarding setup, which basically means when 9:30 comes, I'm looking for us to get like a nice manipulation with like a nice SMT to then target higher. And so what I'm looking at, I'm like, okay, where could that potential SMT be? Where could it actually be? Um, and I don't know. I remember at one point, I don't remember where it was. So not there. That was the one right there. So basically we had this, and we're looking at like 15 minutes. So we got SMT right here again, as you can see under the 15-minute chart, which is right here. Oops, here, I guess. Sorry for this. So we got midnight open down here as well, and then this was the bigger SMT, and then we had the 8:15, 8:30, whatever. Here, equities open, sweeps right there. So that is the big SMT right here. That one. And that which happens to be the pre-market low. That's where the SMT occurred right here, which was like that was your reason to get on board now. And funny enough, it actually tagged into this 1 second lowest imbalance from that Asia purge that happened right here at like 1800 20 8 o'clock candle. Um, so I always go for like what is the lowest and smallest imbalance we could find? So all the way down to the 1 second, find an imbalance here, the lowest than it is, And I mean, look how it's used. It's amazing. We use it here during Asia, perfect respecting, and then oh come on, use it again for the SMT. Like look at that, it's just crazy. And then we use it one more time for the final purge. And let me just show you. Let me just show you this imbalance, like so we don't get lost on what we're talking about here. At one point in time, we had this, and then dropping down, goes into a 15-second. Okay, there's no balance, it's still just bodies. Then you go into a 5-second. All right, still there's bodies still. Let's go all the way into the 1 second. Because on this wick right here, on the higher time frames, 1 minute or whatever, there should be wicks are imbalances, right? So where are the imbalances? They're on lower time frames inside of it. So here, 1 second, we got this like BPR. Here's like the lowest one, and then you see how it got used. Amazing stuff. Besides that, I mean, this is just crazy how it was used today. Major, major, major. All right, and anyways, what we ended up doing was, I didn't know, and this is what I wrote. I didn't know how like equities would open based on like we were getting pre-market. I didn't know what it was going to look like of what we're basically looking to get swept and what. I just to wait and see. And so what I ended up doing was, I I jumped in too early, 936, because basically we had the first business fair value gap right here, which is a tiny little thing, which overlapped with today's, new day first, whatever. So I was potential that since we had like the big SMT at the 4 hour, the Asia and London thing, and 930 could just give us a rip, but and so that's what's kind of what these entries were based off of. It was based off of like, all right, into here, um, and this was a silly trade because it like closed under, and I literally just had my stop right here at these like equal lows all in here, which was, I mean, I knew it. I was like, that's stupid. And then as soon as we like got up, I was like, okay, got above the first. I was like, okay, let me get in again. Now that we did it, put the stop here, equal lows again, basically just screwing yourself. And of course, we got the purge out. The fine. This was a deep one that we wanted. Higher time frame like SMT, 15-minute at least, even hourly. Um, taking out pre-market low, SMT below midnight open. Then as soon as we got this one, I was like, okay, that's what we're really waiting for. If this is not it, then I'm totally off today and getting in right here, which is a good, really great early gate. Stops below here, and then basically just following the order flow up. You could have put in partials here as it goes into here if you really trusted it. And since I cut myself up twice in here, I had to take one off right here just to cover all of that cost and bring me basically at break even for the day. And so so I only had two on. I took the one off here, and then the rest was basically, as you know, up to previous day's highs here or here, and I basically just held it like the whole day through the lunch, through the AM, through the lunch purge. This has been a great, this is that like 10 a.m. silver bullet that got used over here in the morning. We break up, 10 o'clock comes right here, and we just hit into it, and then this, and we hit into it again. So that was a great 10 a.m. silver bullet. And then basically what ends up happening is we create SMT at the lunch. Where is it? That's interesting. I don't know where I did it. Here, I guess. Yeah, basically we create SMT at like the lunch lows, because you have lunch high and you have lunch low, basically. And so we ran it, which was perfect. We have 1:30 open, first presented PM session, nice purge into the beginning of the macro, 2 o'clock macro, into the 10 a.m. silver bullet, and then this was SMT, and then from there, we just go up. So pyramids in here would have been nice. You could do standard deviation off of that, bring us to 2.5, whatever. Which is ended with the 9 o'clock 30. This is breaker in here, which brings it to 2, which we never reached today. That was a big one. But anyways, that I wanted to hold for the whole day and see if 350 could push us up into the actual draw right here. And I ended up being on my phone in the shop, and I saw this purge here. I should have, if I don't know what I would have been like if I was sitting with focus, because I'm in the shop on my phone. Okay, so on that, that's, you know, what that is. It's generating equal highs underneath your draw. And then giving, you know, manipulation, which literally bouncing off 130 opening price right before the macro. So there's a lot of reasons to just, you know, hold it, but I've been holding this thing forever, and I don't know, I just didn't want. I just like was like, wow, the purge, the pump happened, and then things started going out fast, and I was like, ah, let me just get out. I don't think they retrace all the way at me because I have my stuff up to here. Maybe 350. Maybe I was off 350, just gonna throw it down, but just looking at the signatures really led the way, which we just talked about. You know, equal highs underneath the draw, and then the manipulation right before a macro. And what is the manipulation bouncing off of? It's bouncing off of this 130 opening price. And on top of it, what is it doing? Create SMT right here, which is like a 15-minute SMT again, and which was also another 15-minute. Let me show you. There's just so many reasons to just stay long the whole day. Every retracement was giving you a signature that that was just like our stop run. So yeah, we had this one, a different one. So basically, yeah. So that was this, gave you the stop back into here. Because what we also had was we had this as well from there. So we had this one, SMT, and this one take us higher. And then we ran all the way back down, create SMT again, and then finish the situation. And let me show you right here. It's right here. Where's that 15-minute? Right here. So yeah, right here. So as you can see, none of the, this is our BISI right here, the 15-minute BISI here, here, and these wicks never came into it, and whereas the NQ, they kept coming in. So these are all 15-minute SMTs, and every retracement was just SMT inside the BISI, then go higher. And so I guess like beginning of the day we had NQ kind of be the strength leader, and then once we got here, it kind of fell to like the slowest one, because this is the only one that ran the lunch low, and then this 15-minute BISI kept running into it, was the only one that ran into it. But still, I mean, beautiful. Just look at that, it's amazing, really amazing. I mean, you cannot ask for anything more. I mean, look at the 130 opening price, just like, boom, boom, giving it some teeth. Today was so nice in that sense. Like every retracement, ever since, man, Asia, like London, Asia, like every retracement was just like a major form of SMT. 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 Just send it higher every time. I don't know if this really was a good breakdown because it was late or not, but I think it should be pretty good. Other than that, let me get rid of these execution for a second. Other than that, it's pretty good. Everything's pretty good. Well, thank you.